Well, that's not what I read, but maybe maybe
Well,
you know better. But
in
I
a
will
way.
say all those things together would maybe lead one to believe that either climate change exists,
That's more
or
the
something
point.
is really
Except
going
Earth is
on.
returning. Earthquakes are not at the mercy of climate change. It's underground.
Just when you think the cackling hens on The View can't get more ridiculous, they do it again.
I mean, I have to say, Karen Dupiche, our one of our wonderful makeup artists, when the earthquake was happening, she put her coat on and she was like, "Jesus is coming.
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm leaving. We've got a solar eclipse. We've got the earthquake. She ran down the hallway.
The rapture is here.
The rapture's here. And then also, I learned that the cicadas are coming.
Cicadas.
Although I love
for the first time in
cicada.
No.
100 years.
No.
Two different. Well, this is what I read.
There's
Two different times.
Two different kinds of cicadas.
Yes, two different times are coming.
The good cicadas and the bad
But
cicadas.
for the first time in many, many years.
No,
And
every 17 years this happens.
Well, that's not what I read, but maybe maybe you know better. But
in
I
a
will
way.
say all those things together would maybe lead one to believe that either climate change exists,
That's more
or
the
something
point.
is really
Except
going
Earth is
on.
returning. Earthquakes are not at the mercy of climate change. It's underground. I don't think that's...
It happens,
How about the warming of the
and
planet?
the eclipse, they've known about the eclipse coming because eclipses happen, and they actually can say when these things are going to happen. So all these folks who are saying, it's a sign from God, God doesn't give you warning. Okay? You think he gave people at the Tower of Babel warning? Oh, I'm about to jack y'all up? No.
So, earthquakes, cicadas, and the solar eclipse, according to Sunny Hostin, are climate change. Now, let's break each of those down really quick. Earthquakes, seismic activity occurs due to plate tectonics, shifting plates underneath the surface, all right? Nothing to do with climate change. Cicadas are on a cyclical cycle, whatever. They're on a cycle that occurs every certain number of years. There's 13-year cicada cycles. There are 17-year cicada cycles. It just so happens that this year, the 13-year and 17-year cycles coincide with one another, so it's going to be of a greater magnitude that cicadas, not cicadas, there will be more emerging from the earth because the two cycles coincide. Again, nothing to do with climate change. Happens every 17 years. Happens every 13 years. And then lastly, the solar eclipse. All right. So the moon is getting between the earth and the sun because of climate change. Think about that for a second. Think about it? Good. It's ridiculous. This is how ideologically captured and empty-headed these people are. And it's bad when you're getting corrected by Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg. Sunny Hostin, one thing is for sure. She has a very high opinion of herself. You saw that when she was talking to Coleman Hughes up on her tower, being all elite and accusing him of being a grifter and being co-opted by conservatives, etc., saying she read his book twice, which nobody believed. Anyway, this is, like I said in the intro, guys, just when you think you've seen it all, just when you think the hosts on The View can't get any more ridiculous, they say that a solar eclipse is due to climate change. Now, all of this was done in the vein of debunking those people out there who say that this is a sign of end times, this is a sign from God, etc. So it just shows you the lengths to which certain people, Sunny Hostin, will go to try and smear the claims of those who have religious faith in this country. And they don't even realize that they practice a different religion, the religion of leftism, the religion which, if you examine, radical leftism exhibits all the same characteristics of religious faith, except she's in the Church of Climate Change. She actually said on TV that a regular 17 and 13-year cycle of insects emerging from the earth has to do with climate change for some reason, that the moon getting between the sun and the earth has to do with climate change for some reason, and that plate tectonics, the shifting of the continental plates or whatever the terminology is. I'm not a seismologist. That has to do with climate change. All three are absolutely independent of the climate. They're absolutely independent of climate change. But, of course, there's a certain subset of the population out there that will hear her say things like this and be like,
yeah, that's right. Climate change is evil and it's causing all these things. And Donald Trump's bad.
guys, just wake up. Just wake up. You know, I like to be as open-minded as possible. I will hear out people's arguments. I will listen to what you have to say. But when it comes to stuff like this, I mean, this is as bad as it gets. This is preposterous. I don't think she is, but I hope she's embarrassed by this. People like that generally don't get embarrassed. Let me know what you think. I just had to share this one because it's a banger, man. I mean, I'm sure next week there'll be something even more ludicrous than this, but for whatever reason, these people have a platform. And look, everybody should have a platform, but I mean, come on. Come on. Please subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.